In this video, we'll talk about dialations, just kind of on an introductory level, and we'll just kind of talk about what they are and how they relate to similar figures. So a dilation, really there's two possible ways to dilate something. A dilation basically means either I'm taking a figure and I'm increasing its size while maintaining its proportion, or I'm decreasing its size while maintaining its proportion. So in essence, when I dilate something, I'm maintaining my similarity. I will be creating another similar factor or a similar figure. The idea is if I'm increasing the size, it's usually called an enlargement. And usually we talk about scale factors here. So let's just say for the sake that I'm dilating by a factor of 2, which means that this triangle on the right is twice as big as the one in the middle. It's 2 times the size. So an enlargement, basically my scale factor, which I'll use an S, is greater than 1. Meaning it's getting bigger, even if it's only like 1.5 or 1.1. It's increasing by 10%, something like that. Or it could be as much as, I'm tripling the size, or it's 100 times the size. That would be an enlargement. Going the other way is what's usually called a reduction. So this would be like, for instance, if I'm going from the middle triangle to the left triangle, let's say that it is a third of the size, meaning the scale factor is 1/3. So in this case, my scale factor is less than 1, but it's still positive. It doesn't make sense really how would you say it's negative 2 times the size? It doesn't have a lot of meaning to think about it in terms of negativity. However, if you think about it in terms of fractions, it's 3/4 of the size, it's half the size, it's a third of the size, it's a tenth of the size. It gives you more of a perspective for how to shrink it, but we're still looking at all of these figures are similar. We're just looking at how to make adjustments to our one figure to make other similar figures. And then this is useful in the idea of if we're making blueprints, if we're trying to make scale models, if we're trying to make maps. We do this kind of thing all the time without necessarily even realizing it, because we need to shrink things that are really big into something really small.